I didn't know anybody over there, didn't know how to contact anybody over there. There was no contact information in the newspaper article. We made a banner, probably about a 3 by 5 foot banner. And we thought eventually somebody from there would see it.
My name is Bashar Shala. I'm a cardiologist. I was born and raised in Aleppo, Syria. I came to Memphis almost 30 years ago to do training as a young physician, and then got married and had 6 beautiful children. I'm the chairman of the board of trustees of the Memphis Islamic Center. The American Muslim community is a mixture of so many different things. There is the American Muslims that are born and raised here for many generations, the African American Muslim community, and there is an immigrant community that comes from many, many countries and represents many, many cultures. We wanted to establish a family life center. We can have a soccer field, picnics, a social multifunctional hall, and a worship center. So we started looking for a suitable piece of land. Houston Levee is known as the Church Road. There's church on every corner. And between every corner and the other corner, there's a church. And there's a church in between the church and the other church. We found this piece of land on Houston Levee. So people was like, "You're not serious." And we said, well, that's just the perfect place. A few years back in Memphis, a Muslim cemetery was to be established. Some of the neighbors were very vocal. We don't want terrorists to be buried here and this and that. So we were nervous about the concept and how it would be accepted. But we were determined to proceed. We took that leap and we put an offer on this land, and the offer was accepted. There were no pickets out there was no demonstrations, and that was great. But a few days after that, one of our board members called me and he said, "You won't believe what I'm looking at right now. Looking at a banner." So what does that say? And he said, "It says, Heart Song Church welcomes Memphis Islamic Center to the neighborhood." It still gives me chills. It changed the perspective. It gave me a lot of peace and comfort that we have good neighbors. There was no illusion that this is over, but we knew we have support, and that's just priceless.
Their best hope in their mind was that they would move out here and everybody would ignore them. They thought that was the best case scenario. That's how our relationship began, just as kind of nice neighbors to each other. As we were approaching the 10th anniversary of 9/11, the Memphis Islamic Center was working on their first building.
We have promised our community that we will be done in Ramadan, which is a very important month for us. It would be our grand opening, and everyone was excited, but we got delayed. And we started getting nervous. And so, well, what if we are delayed for the opening? It's a big deal. So an idea came. I said, why don't we talk to Heart Song? We were encouraged by that banner. So we asked for the meeting, and Pastor Stone said, yes, come on in, let's talk. And then I told Steve that I have a predicament.
Bashar said, we're completing our construction. However, if construction should turn out to be late, and we all laughed because we'd been through 2 construction projects, so would it be possible to maybe have a small room here that we could rent from you and have our nightly prayers? I said, we will not rent you a room. This is not our building, this is God's building, which means it's your building too.
Then I said, well, I'm going to pray that we wouldn't even need it then.
I said, okay, you go ahead. I'm going to pray a competing prayer. I'm going to pray that you have to come in for at least one night, at least for a couple of days. I think it'd be so great for our people, both of our peoples, to do that. I said, so you pray your prayer, I'll pray my prayer. We'll see who wins.
So obviously Steve's prayers were a little bit more powerful than mine. We did not finish on time. And he said, we'll be ready. He's a good man. Knowing what real people of faith do when they're tested, what true faith is like, what real Christians behave like, it all comes embodied in that one gesture.
When we first opened the doors, we were all kind of nervous, just like you would be with any new people.
First night of Ramadan, we were just not really sure what to expect. We didn't know what to do, just showed up. There was a little bit of apprehension. But just seeing those smiley faces at the door and the welcoming gestures, just really all that melted away.
We were here to meet them, and we wanted them to know that we wanted to share this place with them.
Practicing Christians, just like practicing Muslims, aspire to do what's right. They aspire to do good things. And any wrongdoers, anyone that does evil, whether they're Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, they're the anomaly. That really started a different discourse, different conversation in our community.
As a result of the month we spent together, we realized that our deep love that formed for each other was something we had to continue to do. On the anniversary of 9/11, we do a blood drive together. We've done coat drives, food drives. We have our annual spring picnic.
People from different faiths, different ethnicities, and different backgrounds can meet and form a friendship on a basic level.
What we've discovered together is that the more we will concentrate on what we have in common, the less the differences even matter. They don't even matter.
You know what I'd like to do?
What's that?
Is to have just one more night of Ramadan here.
Ooh,
with MIC's congregation.
That would be fabulous. That gives me chills.
With you around.
Oh, well, I could do that.
That's a deal.
Yeah.